Look at those little bathing beauties. Remember that? I know you do. And do you remember this? You see us? Well, it's all cleared. There we are. Oh, memories. Well, Teed, it's your birthday. Again. Oh, what a life we've had together. And I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you on your birthday for being not just a sister, but my best friend. I don't think that I've told you enough how grateful I am that you are my sister. I know how tough it must have been to have this little person suddenly come into the world after you had been Mom and Dad's one and only for 7 years. No wonder you tried to pry my eyes open to make me cry while I was sleeping. So they'd think I was bad and maybe they'd send me back. Then it was, Nancy, look out for Chris. Look out for Chrissy. Nancy, please take Chrissy here. Nancy, tie Chrissy's shoes. Nancy Lee, take her with you to the park. I know. I remember them saying that. And I know you didn't fuss. You took me. Maybe because you knew you could lick the drippings off my ice cream cone on our way back from the store, practically finishing it off for me. But there you were, always. From the time I was little, right up until now, you've always been there for me. I love you with every bit of my being. And I thank you for everything that you've taught me, everything that you've given me, not just material things in the way of presents, but the things you've given me from your heart. I remember you being concerned about me a lot through my life. From watching me thinking I was going to run away from home, you sat on the front porch and you laughed at me as I walked away with my little ballet case, heading for heaven only knows where. But I knew that you would be the first to jump up and run and grab me if I went past that corner. I knew you would have. You were laughing at me, but you were concerned. And I remember being at the park by our grandmother's house, me tagging along once again behind you and your friends. You had to take me everywhere. And I remember picking up what I thought was a dead bee and for some reason allowing it to sting, put the stinger on my finger just to see if it worked after they were dead. And spoiling your day, you had to rush me back home to Nan's house. Bless your heart. You've always been there. When times were tough, you opened up not only your heart, but your home to me and Heather. And I thank you for that. Oh yes, we've had our little scraps, but we hate it when we fight. And I think it's because Mom and Dad are no longer here, and they're not there to say, will the two of you please just stop it and make up? That's why we wind up going from anger to tears to laughter and making up. You've taught me that life is precious, and I will never forget that. You also taught me to stand up for myself and that I could get through anything. I thank you for that. And you didn't even get mad at me when I stole your shoes one day while you were at work, and the ones with the squashed heels, and I shoved Kleenex down the toes so I could wear them to school and look cool like you did. Because I envied how you looked. I envied your curly hair, your wavy hair, your figure, and your clothes. I couldn't wait to grow up and be just like you. And you always looked at me and would say, you will. You just slow down. You're getting there. And I want to thank you for being the first one to give me something kind of a little bit sexy on my 16th birthday. You bought me a pair of baby doll pajamas. And they weren't those cutesy wootsy. Well, they were cute. They were cotton and, you know, the two-piece baby doll pajamas. To this day that you and I love. But they came from you, and that made them extra special. And we've had such adventures together. And we will share them with the rest of YouTube. Off and on we will. And I just want to tell you, Jeed, have the happiest of birthdays. Wish I could be there with you. May all of your dreams and wishes come true, because we know they do. And I just want you to know that when it comes time for the Lord to look at me and say, well, maybe you didn't learn all your lessons, Chris, and I'm going to send you back down to earth. I'm going to ask him, please, will you please give me Nancy Lee as my sister again? And maybe Mom and Dad for our parents, so I can do it all over again. And if he should say, okay, between me and you, I'll be waiting for you on the banks of Spirit Cove. You know what I mean. You know? You know. I love you with all my heart. Have a wonderful birthday. Talk to you soon, Teague.